Friends, I welcome you to our today's session. In this session, we'll be learning about the role and functions of the banks. Previous session, we have already covered about the structure of the banks. Various kinds of banks we have seen, how banking structure is managed in our country, that also we have understood. So under the supervision of Reserve Bank of India, which is the central bank, there are commercial banks and other types of banks are there, we know. And they carry out various functions in our economy. And practically we cannot see life without a bank. Is it not? Whether we are involved in the business or not, that doesn't matter. For a normal citizen also, we need a bank to save its money and to do various kinds of financial transactions. Bank is helpful. So let us understand what are the various kinds of key roles. Roles are in fact numerous. There are n number of roles that a bank plays, but we'll list out some major roles here. I'm going to share the screen with you right now. Now, friends, you see, courses, all you know. When you go to a bank, most of us have some accounts in the bank. It may be a fixed deposit account, maybe a normal saving bank account, or some businesses, houses have their current account. So when you deposit in the bank, first of all, banks gives us an assurance that your money is safe. So that is what the financial system gives us, that assurance that the banking system which operates within the financial system is reliable. So money is safe. And also we get the assurance that whenever money is required, then that can be withdrawn. So these are the two aspects or two things which banking system focuses. One is the safety of the money. Second thing is about the liquidity. If the depositor wants, can get it back at any point of time. So this, you can say, our key role of the bank starts from these 2 points. So all these functions, all the roles banks plays, keeping in the mind that funds should be secure and funds should be also liquid. And when money is deposited in the bank gives the depositor an incentive, which all of us know is called as interest. Depending upon the liquidity, depending upon the risk involved, the interest rate varies. Okay, varies in the sense, suppose you see, liquidity is less in case of a pure saving bank account. Sorry, liquidity is more in case of pure saving bank account. Why it is so? Because the moment you want, you can withdraw it. Okay, and you get some interest. Let us say you are getting interest of 3.5%. When you are going to sacrifice this liquidity, let us say you are converting into a fixed deposit. Okay, when you are converting a saving bank account to a fixed deposit, what happens? That it becomes less liquid. That means now if you want to withdraw money, you cannot directly put it. You have to close that FD account. It will take some time. So when you are going to sacrifice your liquidity, you are paid little more interest. That is your incentive. You are paid more incentive because you are sacrificing your liquidity. Similarly, in the banking system, if you take more and more risk, more and more incentive will be given to you. Financial system ensures that thing. If you take less risk, then less incentive or less return. Okay, but overall, financial system gives us a confidence that the funds are liquid and funds are safe, and that too, if funds are there within banking system, it is safe. The regulator takes care of that thing. Okay, and since these depositors are given incentives, which is a kind of reward. So banking system promotes the saving habits of the people. People feel that money, if it's idle in your pocket, that is not earning anything. But if you park that money in the bank, we'll be getting some incentive. So it promotes saving habits of the people because they are given incentive. And also bank, popularly, all of us know that bank also grant loans. That if some people wants money, they can get money from the bank, subject to fulfillment of the conditions. and subject to conditions, all the conditions. Maybe sometimes bank will be asking some security, other credentials. On that basis, bank will be sanctioning loans. Now, if you look at this chart, you can understand how bank plays a critical role in the financial system. So in the financial system, there are people who are savers who save money. So they deposit money in banks, and bank uses the same money and gives it to borrowers. Of course, bank is having its own capital plus depositors' money. That the same thing is given in the form of loan to the borrowers. Money which was lying idle with the savers through bank, it is used by the borrowers for some productive services, productive purposes. The goods and services which are produced by these borrowers or by the corporate sector or by the business community, they are consumed by the citizens of the country who are in fact the savers. And the borrowers also repay the loans. They repay the loans. They repay interest also. Now money comes back to the bank. Now you see, if you look at here, when bank is giving loan to the borrowers, bank is creating an asset. Because if you look at the bank's balance sheet, in the bank's balance sheet, loans are assets. And this savers money, which is deposited by the savers in the bank, that is the liability. Are you able to understand? In a normal business balance sheet, normally you understand loan is a liability and deposit is an asset. But if you look at the bank's balance sheet, when you talk about the loans are means loans which are given by the bank to the people. So these loans are the bank's assets. And the money which is deposited, that is, so people have deposited some money in the bank, that is their bank's liabilities. So bank manages these assets and liabilities, and of course, bank has its own equity, which is the capital. So that is how the bank's balance sheet looks like. Bank's own equity plus liability. Liability means our deposits. Our deposit amounts are bank's liability. The loan which banks is giving, that is bank's asset. Now, if you look at here, our deposits, our liabilities creates assets for the bank. That's why it is said in a business environment, assets creates liabilities. Okay, so these assets, by using these assets, liabilities are created. By using these liabilities, assets are created. And when again people pay back money, let us say the borrowers pay back money, again assets are created. So liabilities also create assets. So assets create liabilities, liabilities create assets. That's how it goes off in a typical business setting. Are you getting it? Once again, I'm showing you that picture. Look at here. So money is deposited, liability is created, loan is given, asset is created. Again, money is brought back. When money is deposited, again liability is created, or this asset gets reduced. When people are withdrawing money, so banks takes care of the liquidity aspect. At any moment they can withdraw. So assets which are given to deposit money which is deposited, that is withdrawn. Okay, so it moves in this circle. It also moves in this circle. In between, bank acts as a bridge between connecting these two, savers and borrowers. Did you understand this picture? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. Getting.
Okay. Now, friends, quickly let us see what are the various roles of a bank. As we are discussing, so many roles. It is very difficult to list out the role of a bank in a modern financial system. Banks play so many roles, and it's very difficult to list out. These are only some key roles we have noted. You can add many more points to that. One by one, we'll be discussing all these things. First of all, deposit mobilization. That means banks mobilizes deposit. How it happens? All of us must have a bank account. We must have deposited some money. Bank mobilizes that. How it mobilizes? Now we feel that all of us feel that money in idle form means the value of money diminishes. All of us know. Okay, so that money should be used to generate some return. So very easy way, very convenient way of generating return out of money is to park it in the bank. and it is almost risk-free. Almost risk-free in a financial system like us when bank is properly regulated. So money starts earning, isn't it? It generates some interest, and that interest works as an incentive that encourages us to save more and more. Are you agreeing it or not? Are you agreeing with it? This is how banking system mobilizes deposit. And depending upon the need of the people, various forms of deposits are available. We'll be learning about the types of banking products. Various forms of deposit. Maybe a recurring deposit, maybe a current deposit, maybe a saving bank, simple saving bank account. Okay. Maybe it's a flexi deposit account. Various kinds of deposits are available depending upon the need of the people, and the returns offered or the incentives offered by banking systems are different depending upon the safety and depending upon liquidity. Interest rates will be different. Then the next role is that bank grants credit. Do you agree that bank grants credit? That means if people need some credit, then they may approach to a bank, and the bank is satisfied, we grant them some credit, meaning it will grant them a loan. And just like various forms of deposits are available, various loan products are also available. Can you give me example of some various loan products? Can anyone give me examples that these are the loan products available?
Sir, home loan, car loan.
Okay, home loan, car loan. Then who else can tell me?
Study loan.
Study loan. Okay. Business loan, cash credit loan, overdraft is also a kind of loan, term loan, working capital loan. You see, so many products are there. In the banker's menu, you can find out these are the products loan. And deposits, I told you right now. Can you tell me a few examples of the deposit products? What kind of deposits are available?
Sir, fixed deposit.
Sorry?
Sir,
Fixed
FD,
deposit.
RD.
Fixed deposit. Then few other.
Sir, recurring deposit.
Recurring deposit. Then can you think of little more?
Sir, CASA.
Which one?
Current account, saving account.
Okay, current account, saving account. Then CASA, which popularly some of us call it. Okay. Then so like this, we'll be anyway learning the banking product, and when we'll be learning the functions of banking, at that time we'll be understanding various kinds of deposits. So now you see, if you look at the banker's menu, then you can find out these are the deposit items available and these are the credit items available. So you can choose any one. If you want credit, then bank will give you credit, and if you want to park your money, then bank also can do it. So that's why bank is referred to as an important component of the financial market. When I say financial market, that means you can buy something, you can sell something also. That is the market. So if you want money, you can take it from that market. If you have excess money, you can park it in that market. Also, the market will give you return. Okay. So that is one more important function is this thing, granting credit. Then creation of credit also, bank creates credit. Now you might be thinking how bank is creating credit. One may be thinking, you see, bank have already some schemes are available in the bank. Let us say credit card scheme. That means you are already having a sanctioned limit. You can use it for using credit. You can use it for purchase or any other thing. So credit is readily available. Is it not? And bank also creates various strategies, just like you tell home loan, there's a vehicle loan, educational loan. These are various loan products, and this is in fact bank's strategy to design a product in such a way that it will cater the needs of some people. The product is designed for that purpose. Okay, car loan has got a purpose, has an objective. Two-wheeler loan has also got an objective. Is it not? So when the products are available, so people feel that, okay, this product is meant for us, so we'll be using it. Right. So people might be willing to buy a car, but the moment you find that ready-made product is available, they avail that facility from the bank. This is how the bank creates creditors. Okay, this is one more box. One thing is that some people is need of money, he's asking. Second thing is that you are already having a ready-made product offering credit and you are getting it. That is one more one. Now you see, third thing is that, fourth thing rather, if you say, channelizing funds for productive investment. That is what we are discussing. People are having funds, but that fund needs to be converted into some productive investments. So the business sector in your country or the corporate sector, they are always in need of money, because to start some production, you need big money, isn't it? You need a lot of money to start a factory, to start a production house, isn't it? And the people are having saving. So many people in the country are having saving. So that saving needs to be converted into capital, which can be utilized for production of goods and services. That is possible through this banking channel. People are depositing money, and the same money is kept by the bank, and bank is selling that money in the form of a loan product. Then that loan is used by the business houses as their capital, as their debt capital. Okay. Okay, so in that business houses capital structure, you can find this money is reflecting as the debt capital. So this is how the money, people's money, is getting transferred to productive sector through banking channel. Now, friends, next point is about provision of financing for government. Bank also finances to government, finances to various government departments, also to business houses. That is one more major function. And you know, when our central bank regulates, so central bank has certain, you can say, tools or levers with the help of which it regulates the banking system. Let us say there's a requirement that this much of money has to be kept in cash as a requirement of CRR, cash reserve ratio, or this much money has to be kept in the form of government securities as a requirement of, let us say, statutory liquidity ratio, SLR requirement. So that means this money has to be invested only in some government sectors, and also bank also can invest only in some secured areas. So these monies, most of these monies are available to the government. So bank also works as a financer to the government, because some part of its money has to be kept in government securities only, so each government can use it. That money. Are you getting it? So that is why bank also acts as a financer to the government. That is one more role that bank plays. Now, next point, if you see, protecting funds of the depositors. So depositors feels when money is deposited in bank accounts, they feel that money is safe. All of us, when we park our money in the bank, we feel money is safe. Okay, it is safer than any other place. So relatively, we feel money is safe, and money is also liquid. So bank offers that safety. So people can invest money and without taking much risk. So that's one more function, one more role that bank plays. Yeah. Then provision of remittance. This is one more function or one more role bank plays. So money can be remitted through banking channel. Let's say you want to pay your supplier who is sitting at a distant place. So you can easily transfer money through banking channel. So that role also played by the bank. Provision of medium of exchange. All of us know money is the medium of exchange. We buy goods and services by paying money. Banks also create artificial money in the form of, let us say, debit card, credit card. So all these plastic cards, which are called the plastic money, they are also used as medium of money. Bank also develops some payment gateways, payment systems. So the balance which are appearing there, that also work as a medium of money. medium of exchange. So that is why this is one more role of the bank, to act as a medium of exchange. Next concept is about discharge social responsibility. So many social responsibilities are discharged by banks. One is mandatory, their let us say corporate social responsibility aspect. They take care of that thing. That is one thing. Banks also provides us employment. That is also a social responsibility. Okay, and it is also one big social responsibility to ensure that the people's money are in safe hands. And whenever people need money, it should be made available to them. So these two roles are played by banking system nicely in our country. And last point or last role, if you see, it's the various innovative functions or innovative services offered by bank. In modern days, bankers have started offering many innovative products and innovative services. Okay, so you might have heard of some of them. So if you recall, so there is a to meet the requirement of modern days, modern life, there is innovative service which is called as a reverse mortgage. That's what comes to your mind right now. Mortgaging, you know that you can mortgage a property and take a loan. Okay, reverse mortgage has come, so it is something different where you can take a loan fast. Property will be taken by the bank at the end of the loan tenure or at the end of somebody's life. So senior citizens who are having property, so they may do that thing. They may enjoy the money. They can get money periodically from the bank. But after that death or after some period, that property can be taken by the bank. It's a reverse mortgage. So that's you see, this is an innovative product which is suitable to nowadays modern life. So that has been developed. Many products, let us say flexi deposit is another innovative product. Some of you might be having account. If you don't have, if you are having pure saving bank account, I request you may get it converted to saving bank flexi account. Okay, different banks have that system. They may give different names. Someone is calling it flexi account, someone calling it different account. What happens in that account? Once your saving bank account exceeds a particular limit, let us say you have fixed a limit of 1,000 and you are having 200, 1,500. So automatically the extra 500 will be converted into fixed deposit and you'll be getting some extra interest. So most of the banks are offering these facilities, so you can use it right now. Right now, if you're having some money, if you're saving bank account, you can start doing it. So this is again an innovative product. You can add more interest on it. Okay, so by doing this, even you can add money in current account. Current account can also be converted into flexi account. Understood. So these are various services you see banking system offers. So if once again, if I just summarize it or in a different way if I talk. So this is the list: deposit immobilization, granting of credit, creation of credit, channelizing funds to productive investments, provision of financing to government, protecting funds of depositors, provision of remittances, provision of medium of exchange, discharge of social responsibility, and certain innovative services. Now, one by one, if you quickly see to it, now you see. First of all, bank saves our money continuously, and bank does this function or performs this role very faithfully. Okay, and saving is necessary. Under any financial system, saving is necessary because that saving, in fact, gets converted into capital, which is used for productive services. Okay, for productive purposes that needs to be used. So bank plays this key role. Banks helps the people of the country to save their money. Then bank also supplies money which is necessary to different business houses. Which is different business houses, they need money in different forms. So in different kind of loans, they need the money. So they are supplied by the bank. So bank creates a fund out of the deposits and different kind of loan products are made available. So it helps business houses to manage their capital. And all of us know that money which is saved in the bank offers high security. It is thoroughly secure. That is why we are having so much of confidence in the banking system. Money is secure. So bank offers that kind of security. That is also a part of responsibility, responsible role that bank plays. Banks also helps in transferring money. So money can be conveniently transferred from one person to another person or from one location to another person by using banking system, which is necessary in the financial system. In financial system, you need to keep on transferring money from people to people. That is why flow of money can be maintained, liquidity can be maintained in the system, and that role is played by banking system. Sorry, a few more slides, let us discuss. And as we are discussing, so banks create medium of exchange. We have discussed these points. So with the help of bank balances or various kinds of artificial money that banks themselves develop. So these monies and these bank balances, these e-wallets, etc., can be utilized as a medium of exchange. Goods and services can be exchanged there. Of late, banks are offering many online banking services. Banking facilities are offered to them. So sitting at home, one can comfortably manage the bank accounts, avail so many services. This is one more role, helpful role played by the banking system. And banks adopt various strategies to create loan products, to create deposit products, to attract the various kinds of customers. And these customers are these products are strategically designed to cater the need of different people. So that is one more role. Understanding the need of the society, loan products or deposit products are created by the bank. So that is one more key role. Mobile banking is one more modern concept. If by using your cell phone, you have been able to do many banking activities, pay money, transfer money, paying your utility bills. Many things happens through mobile banking system. Okay, and bank gives different types of necessary consultancy to business houses. There is again one more key role, directly or indirectly. Banks provide various kinds of consultancy services. Right, for example, if you're approaching for the bank loan, bank may referring to your financial statement, bank may say your financial issues are not in order. So that gives you a warning that something needs to take care of, or your current ratio is not up to the mark, or your civil record is poor, or your balance sheet is showing a wrong trend. So these are, in fact, this can be taken as advices. That means you need to take some action right now. Okay, so these are indicators of your businesses. So banks gives this kind of advices. Right, banks also helps in structuring the businesses. Right, suppose you approach a bank, bank will be insisting, approaching bank for some services, bank might be insisting on some documents. So that helps you structuring the business to generate those documents, to arrange all these documents. Okay, so this kind of advices banks gives. And one more key role also bank plays, that is about employment, providing employment to people. So banks industry itself is a big industry. So many people or countries are getting employed in the banking system. Okay, so that is again one more role. So you can say that can be considered as a one last role. Yeah, last part, if you see, after this advices that this bank creates employment opportunities. So these are the various roles that banking system plays. Can you think of any additional role of a bank? In addition to that, can you think of? Roles are many, so we have only listed out of hardly around 10 of the roles of banking system we have noted out here. But can you think of anything beyond this? Who can tell? Okay, we got a fair idea about these are the roles which are played by the bank. The next concept which you are going to learn, we'll be learning in your next session. First, just I'm briefly telling you about the functions. People may get confused. What is the difference between the role and function? Roles we have noted right now. Functions we'll be learning it in our next class. So at this stage, let me tell you. You can classify the bank's function into two broad categories. One may call it the primary functions, and second, we'll give you a different name. We'll call it as something like utility functions, or let's say incidental function. But primarily, if you see, again, you can say primary function can have two types. One is acceptance of deposits. Second is provision of credit. So normally banks do these two primary functions. But there are many things which is incidental to that. Let us say advisory functions that we are discussing, advisory services that banks give, or many utility services. For example, let us say you want to make a DD and send it to somewhere else. This is an utility function. You can say you are in need of that function. Bank is providing that function. Okay, it's not relating to a deposit and not relating to lending loans. So this is how we can classify the functions of the bank that we'll be learning in our subsequent session. So today we cover the role of the banks. Next session will be covering the functions of the bank. Okay, and in order to provide these roles, in order to play these roles, and in order to carry out these functions, bank themselves have devised various products or various services. That is one thing. So it may appear that all the things are closely related. That is roles, functions, and services available by the bank, or banking products are here. It may appear they are closely related, but there are some differences. Try to observe these differences. Roles we have covered, functions will be learning, banking products also will be learning, banking services will be learning, but all of them are different things. So try to distinguish all of them. Okay, so friends, we'll stop here. Today's class will close here. If you have any query, then let me know. Do you have any query? Any doubt you have?
No, sir.
Okay, so this record also will be made available to you. Okay.
Sir, can I ask out of syllabus question?